guys, Holly here from Holiday Anyday, and it's time for another cooking class in my easy breezy kitchen. Today we're going to make a chicken tomatillo soup. Now it's a recipe I got from some great friends up in Seattle who actually live down here in Southern California now. But they named it Oui Oui soup because it can be hot, as in oui oui, it's kind of hot, because it has a whole bunch of serrano chilies in it. So what we're going to start with, we're going to roast our chicken, we're going to roast our veggies. So let's start with our veggies. I have got some serrano chilies. I've got about 6 of them. Kind of strong. I have peeled and seeded them. Not peeled, I'm sorry. Taken the veins out and seeded them. Let me show you how to do that. I'll do one more for you. Be super careful. These are really spicy. Do not rub your eyes. And you might want to even use gloves. Your call. These little guys. Of course, the recipe's on the website, so check it out there. So there's our serranos. Then I've got 3 garlic cloves. Let's just give them a quick smash. Peel off the skin, just toss them in. We're gonna roast these and then we're gonna actually puree them. So I'm not too worried about chopping them up or anything. The food processor will take care of that later. I've already got some tomatillos and some onions cut up, but I'll do a couple more. We're just cutting our onions into quarters or wedges. Tomatillos, quarters, please. Just gonna throw all these guys onto a sheet pan. I like to line it with foil to make my cleanup easier. So this guy's gonna go in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 20 minutes till the vegetables start to get a little bit browned. And like I said, then we're gonna take them out and we're gonna pop them in the food processor over here. So that's the first step. Second step is our chicken. We're gonna use 4 bone-in chicken breasts. These are pretty big boys. They're almost a pound each, actually. These guys are gonna go in a 400 degree oven for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna give them a little bit of seasoning. Our favorite seasoning that we've used before is this yummy herb salt. So instead of regular salt, I'm gonna use this. If you don't have it, regular salt's fine. Pepper. That's it. Don't need any olive oil or anything. Keep it simple. Okay, now both of these are gonna go in 400 degree ovens. This one about 45 minutes, this one about 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna use both ovens. You could use the same oven, obviously. I'm lucky I have 2 big ovens. Pop this little guy in here. I said about 45 minutes. Those are big boys, so we'll check them after 45 minutes. These guys in here, about 20 minutes. Just till they get a little bit brown and roasty. Okie doke, the veggies have been roasting for about 25 minutes and I think they're ready to pull out of the oven. Okay, let's see what we got here. See, they just get a little bit roasty. Just a little color on them. Nothing too fancy. Just to soften them up a little bit. So now we're gonna take them over and we're gonna puree them and add them to our broth. Okay, veggies are done. Ready to put in the Cuisinart, or not Cuisinart, Vitamix. So what we're gonna do is, let's see if I can't, so this little dude's in here. Just a little bit softened to bring out a little more flavor. I should be able to do this in one shot. Give it a go. Now to this, we're gonna add a couple bunches of cilantro, but let me zhuzh them just a smidge first, and then we'll add the cilantro in. I'm gonna break this down a little so there's a little bit more room. goodies down here a little bit. I don't have the big pokey thing. In fact, now we can go ahead and add that cilantro. Could add a little broth if you want at this point. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, that's a lot of cilantro, isn't it? Let's go ahead and add a smidge of chicken stock. This is going in the chicken stock anyways. Come on. That looks good. Okie doke. All we're gonna do now, real simple. Take this lovely, lovely green stuff. And this is just gonna create the base of the soup. These out. And to this, I'm going to add about 6 cups of chicken broth. So a can and a half. We already added part of, or not a can and a half, a box and a half. We already added part of it to help things get moving. Just finish it up. And now, we're gonna go ahead and simmer this for just a little bit while we're waiting for the chicken to finish up. Once the chicken's done, we'll pull it out of the oven. We'll let it come to room temperature, and then I'll shred it and we'll add it into this and simmer it for about a half an hour. Oh, I guess our chicken's done. Let's get it out of the oven. Looks pretty darn tasty. Heavy. These are fat boys. So now, these guys need a cool to room temperature so I can, not room temperature, but just temperature that I can handle them to be able to shred them. So what we're gonna do is we're letting our base simmer for just a little bit while we're waiting on these guys. Then we'll shred them, then we're gonna add this to the base. Hey guys, the chicken has come to room temperature, so now I'm gonna shred it. I've already shredded a bunch. Let me show you how this works. We're just gonna basically pull it off the bone. You could chop it up if you wanted, but I think it's a little more rustic this way. Kind of like think pulled pork, that kind of an idea, right? So what I'm gonna do, just get in there, pull it apart. So we'll shred this up, and then we can add it to our broth and our base. It's already ready to roll. This is nice and juicy. It turned out great. And like I said earlier, you could always use a rotisserie chicken. That would work. That would be the quick way to go. But you know, you kind of don't know where that chicken came from and how long it's been sitting there and everything else. So I tend to like to go this route. I've got the broth bubbling away. I'm just gonna gently drop it in here. Of course, the chicken's already cooked, so it would be good to go right now. A lot of times, you know what, I will make both separate. I'll make the broth separate and the chicken separate the day before, and then put it together, and maybe, you know, I don't know, 45 minutes or whatever. Let it simmer, just to kind of blend the flavors. I did that on New Year's Day. It worked out pretty well. And that makes it really, really simple the day of. You don't have to mess with it too much. Okay. The green color is just amazing. That cilantro is crazy. Okay. More or less good to go. It's easy breezy.